Every time I do this, I realize that I'm doing it wrong. This is something this is something that I've been corrected on by Martha. Hi, today we're continuing with our pantry series with a pantry ingredient that I always have. It's canned tuna. There are obvious ways to use canned tuna that I think you guys all know, like making sandwiches, etc., making tuna casserole, which is a personal favorite of mine. Today I'm making a tuna cake. And the idea for this recipe, well, I mean, it's not like it's like so groundbreaking, but when I was growing up, my dad used to make canned salmon cake. And so when we were talking about this story, I was talking with my colleague Greg, who actually developed this recipe. I was like, why don't we make a tuna cake? I just chopped up a pickle. I need about 1/3 of a cup of chopped dill pickle. This is some Dijonnaise. It's a combination of mayonnaise and Dijon mustard. You can buy it as a product, or you can just do equal parts mayonnaise and Dijon together. Put that in your bowl. Everything just gets mixed together here. The pickle can go in. This is something that I want to hear in the comments below because I feel like it's controversial. But do you like tuna casserole? Like, are you a fan of tuna mixed into a creamy casserole with noodles? I personally am. I think it's super duper delicious, but I feel like you're either strongly for or strongly against. So in the comments below, let me know what you think. This is a cup of grated carrot and a 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs, which are those light, fluffy, airy breadcrumbs. You can use regular breadcrumbs, or you can make your own with fresh bread or stale bread in the food processor. 2 cans of tuna. You, I'm sure, already know this, but tuna comes either packed in water or packed in oil. I don't care so much for this recipe if you use the oil or the water packed. I tend to like the oil packed from a flavor perspective when I'm cooking it, when I'm not cooking it, I mean, when I'm using it in a salad or as on its own in a sandwich, something like that. But for recipes like this where you're mixing it with other ingredients and things that have fat, it's a little bit less important. But do look for high quality tuna if you can. Whole caught or troll, I think is what you're supposed to be looking for, so that you know that it's safely caught. You can use light or dark here. This looks like it's light. It kind of looks like it's a combination, which is kind of cool. I would love that if you could get that more. Maybe that is what this is. A combination of white and light. So you get the full flavor, but like the chunkiness of the white. If anybody's listening out there and that's something that can be made, let's do it. Let's make it happen. So mix all of these ingredients together. The tuna needs to break down enough that it'll form into a patty, right? So you don't want to leave too big chunks here. Since there's no raw egg in this mixture, which is often used to bind something, you can taste this even before it's cooked to make sure that you like the balance of flavors. Does it need more salt? Tuna tends to be pretty salty on its own, right? So you might not need a ton, but a little bit of pepper never hurt anybody. Some lemon zest and some lemon juice. So it's about a teaspoon of zest and a tablespoon of juice. Every time I do this, I realize that I'm doing it wrong. This is something that I've been corrected on by Martha. You're supposed to run the zester this way over the lemon so that all of the stuff gets captured in the top. I'm not really sure if that's like the correct way to do it, but that's the way Martha does it. But I don't know, I'm not as comfortable doing it this way. I'm just used to doing it the other way. But this way, at least you can see how much is collecting up there, and then you can say like, I have enough, I'm done. I've been corrected. So this on its own would be actually a really tasty tuna salad. Make this into a sandwich if you don't want to take that step and cook it more. It's full of, tuna, which is super duper healthy for you in moderation. I know, in moderation, but it also has the addition of carrot, which adds vegetable, and I know we're always looking for vegetable. I am anyway. I don't know about you. I mean, and it tastes really good. So just forget the frying of this. Just make it into a sandwich. I have a little bit more panko here. It's about 3/4 of a cup. It's a total of 1 cup. Spread on this plate. And then you can form it into patties. The recipe makes 4. I'm only gonna cook 2 right now because you don't need to see me do everything. Also, I can save those in the refrigerator and cook them tomorrow if I want to. And then they just get coated in panko. It is kind of cool that there's no egg in this. I mean, not that I really care, But a lot of cakes like this incorporate an egg, but I think that everything just binds together nicely and you don't need it. So why add another ingredient, right? Pat the panko onto it. And heat your pan, medium high. Add some oil. This has been preheating, but we didn't keep it on too high. Just a slick of oil in the bottom of the pan and let that get hot, and then you just fry these. It'll take about 10 minutes total. You can check to make sure that the oil is hot enough by just sprinkling a little bit of panko in. It should start sizzling and turn brown quite quickly, and then you know it's ready. You don't need a ton of oil for this, but if it starts absorbing it all up, you can always add a little bit more. I'm not super duper oil phobic, but no need to use more than you need. So like cook it on a medium high because you want it to get nice and evenly golden brown and heat all the way through. And while you're waiting for those to cook, keep an eye on them. You can get a salad together. The tuna cakes are going to be served with an arugula and cherry tomato salad. You can serve it with whatever you want, but a nice salad is nice. So have some cherry tomatoes. All right, well, I'm going to check these guys, flip them over. Be careful because they are kind of delicate, but look how nice and golden brown they got. So just do the second side. The one that was in the pool of oil definitely got browner. I'm going to add just a drizzle of oil to the pan because that's the way I roll. Get ready. The excitement. You can serve this with a wedge of lemon. Use the same lemon that you zested. A little drizzle of oil on your salad moment. And you can squeeze the lemon over it, and then you're just basically making a vinaigrette right on the plate. Though normally, I'm kind of a fanatic about tossing my salads because you want every single leaf to be, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it here. This is what I'm going to do. Normally I would do it in the bowl, put all the dressing in the bowl, toss, season, but I'm just going to do this. I just couldn't take it. It's like drizzle. And then I thought, no, it's not going to be nicely coated. Every leaf must have dressing. What a relief. Okie doke. While we were waiting, I was talking with some friends here on set, and we were talking about how delicious this would be as a burger, but like served on a bun. So if you want something just a little bit more substantial maybe than this, take this exact same burger, these greens, sliced tomato, burger bun, take a little bit more of that Dijonnaise and stir in a tiny bit of chopped garlic, and then layer that sliced avocado, sliced tomato, and arugula. So good. Fantastic idea. Love this recipe. It's really, really good and very, very nostalgic for me anyway, and a great way to use a pantry staple in a creative new way. But, you know, try it as a burger too, because why not? You know what's really great about this? That dill pickle in there is a real, I already forgot that I put it in, and it's a real surprise. It really adds a whole new layer of unexpected flavor. And I always put pickle in my tuna salad anyway, so I'm really, really loving it here. Give this recipe a try, serve it as a burger, take pictures of it, tag me on Instagram. I'm SarahCarey1 on Instagram. Show me that you're cooking my food. I love seeing it. Please share. And if you want more recipes like this, click like and subscribe.